other division word problem video. I'm going to go through this kind of quick. We use the 3-read protocol, but I want to go through this quickly and probably give you an opportunity to do this at home as well. So in the story, the first one, it says Cairo has 21 action figures. He put them into rows of 3. How many rows of action figures did he have? First read. What is this story about? Think about it, pause the video, and then resume. All right. So the story really is about Cairo, and he has some action figures. He puts them into rows of blank. So I know, he has a total amount of action figures, and he's putting them into rows of something. I'm going to read it again. Cairo had 21 action figures. He put them into rows of 3. How many rows of action figures did he have? What do you think? Pause the video and then unpause it once you have an idea. What are the quantities and units? All right. So I see 21. That's a quantity. Action figures. Those are the units. 21 action figures. That's also the total. He puts them into rows of 3. Into rows of 3. Very important that we realize that's the whole entire thing. 3, yeah, that's the quantity, but rows of is the units. So we know if it's into rows of 3, that means in each. That's the same way as saying in each group or in each row. But since it says rows, we're going to use an array. How many rows of action figures did he have? All right, so now I'm going to read this for the third time. I'm going to show my thinking, show an equation, and write my answer statement. Cairo had 21 action figures. He put them into rows of 3. How many rows of action figures did he have? How can you change this question into an answer statement? So how can you flip this question into an answer statement? The way that we can do that, let's see what it says in the question. How many rows of action figures did he have? He had blank rows of action figures. That is helping me set up my answer statement so I can solve this problem. Of action figures. All right. Now, no 21 is the total. And if I know how many in each, that means I'm dividing. So 21 divided by 3. Some of you might use multiplication to even solve this. I got it. And that's a good strategy. But we need to make sure that our picture represents what's going on in the story. So I already found out that 21 is the total and that there are 3 in each because it says into rows of 3. So 3 in each. That means I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, 3. I'll just make rows. So 1, 2, 3. This is the first row. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. This is the second row. That's 6. 1. I'm just going to put dots. 2, 3. This is 9. 1, 2, 3. That's 12. I'll put it up here because it's getting in the way. 1, 2, 3. This should be 15. I know it's out of order, but 15 will go up here. 1, 2, 3. Put 18. It's kind of hard writing on this. And then I'm not at 21 yet. 1, 2, 3. All right, now I'm at 21. I know it's kind of sloppy, but thank you for being patient. So as you can see, I got to 21 total, and I'm trying to solve to figure out he had blank rows of action figures. So I could just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he had 7 rows of action figures. And also I could write it as a multiplication equation. How many rows? 7 times what? Times 3 equals 21. But what we were trying to solve for was actually this 7. I don't want you to get confused and think the answer is 21 or 3. We already knew that in the story problem. Next story. Ryan had 21 jackets. She put them into 3 groups. How many jackets did she have in each group? I'll read it again, this time for the first read with the main idea. Ryan had jackets. She put them into groups. How many jackets did she have in each group? So I know Ryan had some jackets, and also she is putting them into groups. Let me read it for the second time. Ryan had 21 jackets. She put them into 3 groups. How many jackets did she have in each? 21 jackets. 21 is the quantities. Jackets are the units. And that's the total. She puts them into 3 groups. Very important. Into 3 groups. So I already know my groups. And this is how many groups I'm going to have. Groups. Into 3 groups. Read carefully what the story is telling you. Into 3 groups. Change the color. And here we go. So the third read, I'm going to set up my answer statement and then solve and write an equation to match. Ryan had 21 jackets. She put them into 3 groups. How many jackets did she have in each group? So this is my question right here. So it helps me set up my answer statement. How many jackets did she have in each group? She had blank jackets. Jackets in each group. Cool. So I set up my answer statement. So my answer should make sense. It should make sense. Let's get started. So I know the total is 21, and I know that she put them into 3 groups. So let me just draw my 3 groups. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can even set up my multiplication equation. 3 times something equals 21. 21 divided by 3 equals something. Some of you might be able to use multiplication already for this. Some of you have to use the strategy fair share. That's all right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put 1 in each until I reach the total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I got to my total. Let's see how many I have in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So in each group, I had 7. 3 times 7 equals 21. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. So that means she had 7 jackets in each group. Once again, these are different division equations that might be similar in some ways, but the way that you see them or the strategy is going to look different. Multiplication and skip counting can help you, but you need to make sure that your strategy matches the word problem and that you put your answer statement also. Push yourself, challenge yourself, do your best. This is Mr. Bonhomme. Peace.